Did you join already?
Next week we're going to have a contest. I'm going to crown one of you the ultimate zombie authority.
Yeah, I'm renaming it. I don't know if changing it to my name, does everybody know I'm going to be in here? Alright, there we go. Grant Spooner, should he be allowed to talk? Okay, because he's going to be an attendee. He's already connected. Yep. Adam's on the line. Is anyone on the line? Tom is on the line. Who is? Tom. Oh, hi, Tom. It's I guess you and the only ones on the line right now? I don't know. Sorry, I think so. I know a minute or two ago somebody else said that they were talking to me. I'm just sitting here listening. I'm gonna go put mine on mute if anybody needs me. Just so, but I'm on mine. I'm going on mute now.
Yeah, this is Jerry Schrammick. I just jumped in.
Hi, Jerry. How are you?
Okay,
Jerry Schrammick. How you feeling?
feeling good.
Good. Quick meeting tonight, right?
Yeah, I can't imagine that it'll be too long. Should be interesting.
Let's put it this way. I'm not opening up my mouth.
You know what they say, even a fish would get his mouth shut.
No, I'm not sticking my foot in my mouth. I'll just sit here and shake my head. How's that? A sense of adventure.
Yeah.
Hey, we may get to like the way this is happening and never meet again.
You know, I have a feeling that there could be some changes as a result of, this mess.
Jerry, that's quite true. Because, we opened up a new office in Orland Park. Actually, kind of honestly, before this shit hit the fan. And now everybody's working from home, and, I'm getting just as much work done at home as I am if I went to the Orland Park office.
And sometimes more.
Yeah. That's... And, it's nice in the morning. No, I do get stressed, otherwise nothing would happen.
Just so you all understand, we can start hearing each other
Yes.
as you're talking.
Take a little fun out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to go on mute now, and I'll come back on at 7.
I think I'm okay. Hold on a second before you go anywhere, and let me check with our IT guy. So
Okay.
you don't need it from any of your godmothers. Hold on.
Okay. Oh.
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay.
Jerry Schrammick again.
Okay, you don't have to go on mute, but you can't talk about any township business at this time until we actually call the meeting to order. But
Okay.
if you want to mute, you can mute. If not, I appreciate you guys coming in early. We just want to make sure that this thing is operational so that, everything is in compliance and goes without.
Right. I'm going to go on mute because I got a couple of things to do before the meeting, but I am on.
Okay, Ed.
All right, thanks.
How's everybody holding out with this pandemic? We're all well so far as we know.
I guess we're all alive and well.
Yeah, it certainly is an interesting phenomena, that's for sure.
Yeah, very, very scary, but, it's pretty amazing what a lot of people are doing, heroes out there, and, it's going to have an impact for a long time, not just our community, but nationwide. It's really going to take its toll on us.
I'm afraid you're right.
Yeah.
I think so. We've got all these stupid people out here that want to be out and having parties and stuff, and it's just going to make things worse.
Some of it is a shame that people are continuing to get exposed. And again, there's so much uncertainty and stuff, but I think, me personally, I think the financial aspects of this, we're seeing, some small, organizations going under, and, even big organizations, and, our government too, because there's still so much to be done to try and make up for all of this, and try and, even if we can, get stuff under control, there's, just so much collateral damage there.
Well, unfortunately there is, but you've got to make a decision. Do you want to live and not work for a week or two or a month, whatever it takes, or do you want to die?
Right. Right. Or bring it to other people, inadvertently. I think that was the big discovery for all of us, for everybody, is not necessarily realizing that people could have this and not really be very symptomatic.
Well, you're right. That's true. I mean, I haven't been tested. I have no symptoms, but that don't mean that I didn't have it in the past, or I could have it right now and be asymptomatic.
Right. And I think that's the part that's making it so difficult for everybody to try and manage, And, there are people like in the nursing homes and stuff that they can't be isolated. They need care, in the hospital. So, it's a very trying time. I feel my heart really goes out to a lot of these families of people that have, passed away and they weren't able to be with them in hospitals and in nursing homes and stuff. It's quite sad, really.
Right.
But apparently, the families understand as well, that, they don't want to die too, So, just with the grace of God and, the spirit of all of us that, we just keep trying to do what we're doing. It seems like there is some progress being made, and, we just keep our prayers going that, we can get this thing in check. And, you hear a lot of wonderful research being done out there, and hopefully some magic thing is just going to happen, and, we can get it out there right away and get it in check,
Yeah, but the unfortunate thing is, to the best of my knowledge, we've never cured a virus. We can't cure the common cold. We can't cure the flu, and all of a sudden, in a matter of days, we're going to cure this.
Right. No, I don't think that's possible. It would be wonderful. But again, I think everybody's doing the best that they can to try and do whatever part they're in. And, as much as, it's tempting for all of us to, want to have physical contact, with those in need and our seniors and stuff, they also understand that they don't want to be exposed either, So we found creative ways. People are finding creative ways to communicate with each other and, step back a little bit. I think a lot of people have expressed that while, there is such sadness with people that have, had to go through this, a lot of people are closer to their families now and spending more quality time with their, so while it's not ideal, there is some positive things coming out of it. You're done. So.
Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, it's George.
Miss George. Hi, George.
How's it going, Pam?
It's going okay. We're hanging in here. We're having non-official business discussion just a little bit while we're waiting for the clock to tick and to make sure that everybody's able to get in and we're able to cure each other. And as you know, we're going to have an abbreviated, just essential business only meeting so we can get our bills paid and, continue to progress where we're able. And hopefully everybody will be able to participate and we'll be able to get through this thing relatively quick.
And painlessly.
Yeah. So the hard part is going to be to try and remember to identify ourselves. Speak or make motions. Stuff like that, so that
I'm getting some clicking noise. So, whoever's on their computer, get off. That was me. Okay, that's what it sounded like. Keyboard strokes. just to use the phone.
Yeah, that's what I did too, and I kind of half remember somewhere in the drawer there being something that you plug in that looked like a microphone, but I didn't want to chance it.
Yeah. I don't have a microphone on mine, and that's why we're trying to do. We looked at several different platforms and trying to come up with something that would adapt to various officials and perhaps the public, so that they could at least listen in and participate as much as.
So how does the public participate? I mean, is that something that was on the website, or how did that work?
Yes. We on the website we post the agenda that gives the instructions of how to participate. So if you are attending the meeting electronically, you can, I think you'll see a video screen that'll be basically blank because we don't have, we're not videotaping a regular meeting. We're all in different locations and what have you. So it'll be a very basic screen, and then you could use like your laptop, or if your computer has, the capabilities to video and audio, or whatever your device is. Or you could do what we're all doing, which is phone in. I believe on the phone in there may be some limits to whether or not you can give public input. That I'm not sure about, but under the public input, it will just be our typical, at the beginning of the meeting, the limit of the 3 minutes for anybody that would wish to comment under public input. And then for the balance of the meeting, it will just be the official. Yeah, because, we just have to follow our regular posting requirements for the meeting. And, the governor's orders and even through the Illinois Attorney General, basically, as we understand it, that, there's very vague areas, but they're suspending the statutory rules for the officials to be able to have a meeting by teleconference. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Who am I hearing?
John.
Okay.
Trustee Cruiser.
Okay. Can everybody else hear John?
Sure can, Jerry.
Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, I can Tom, I can hear you.
Of course, I'm the only oddball that uses my iPad instead of my phone. So I had a little difficulty getting on.
That's okay. So what are you then seeing a screen or?
No.
No. Do you see nothing?
Yeah, just a green dot in the middle and then my name at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just curious because I'm doing on the telephone because I don't have a speaker or a camera on my computer.
But interestingly enough, when you started to speak, your name appeared on the bottom of my phone.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, it says that on the bottom of my iPad too.
Yeah, see, that's, we have the IT person controlling everything, and with the clerk and our IT person is the host of the meeting, and then that way they're able to control, and I believe they're going to be able to record as well. But just as a backup, we're also trying to record off of the telephone too, just to make sure that we follow.
So just in terms of protocol, if we speak, we should first announce our name as the speaker, and then
think it would be helpful, because just for minutes alone, you know, and
Right.
try to only once at a time. Yeah, one person. So I'm getting a text message. Probably I can do that.
I ordered some controllers a couple months ago.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, so we have trustees Huzek, Kalis, Fian, Oford, Attorney Stramick. Who else do we have?
Me?
Attorney, we have Assessor Chinkowski. My clock shows at 6:58. So we will begin promptly at 7.
Okay, mine says 6:58 also.
This is Mike, Commissioner DeVivo.
Hi, Mike. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Hello, Mike. Hello, everybody. Hi, Mike. Hello, Mike.
We're just asking that, just to catch those of you who are not up there, before you speak, if you would just please identify who you are, so that the clerk can have an easier time trying to keep minutes. And I'm actually just waiting for the clock to tick. I'm at 6:59.
Are we all here?
I believe so. Is the clerk here?
The clerk is here.
Okay. Okay, my clock is turned to 7 o'clock. At this time, I am Pam Myers, Homer Township Supervisor, and the Homer Township monthly meeting to order. This is April 20th, it's 7 o'clock. I would ask that we all do adhere to our normal protocol of saying the pledge, and I will begin. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. That was very interesting.
To say the least.
Well, yeah, I was hearing everybody in all different sections, so it'll be interesting recording. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Kruzak.
Present.
Supervisor Myers.
Present.
Trustee Kalis.
Present.
Trustee Fian.
Present.
Trustee Olford.
Present. And Attorney Schrammick, present.
And Mr. DeVivo
Present.
and Karen Sinkowski. Present.
Okay. We have a full board of trustees and our highway commissioner, our assessor, and our attorney present. At this time, I will ask our IT host to unmute or to make available any participants from the public who would like to make any comments. Again, we would ask that your comments be limited to no more than 3 minutes. Is there any public input? I will ask for one final time. Is there anyone from the public who wishes to make a comment? Okay,
We have-
hearing none. Hello?
We have one, I'm sorry, hold on.
Oh, okay, very good.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Do we have a speaker from the public? If so, please give us your name and your, if not your address, your town or city.
Okay, this is Jennifer Consolino from Homer Glen. I have one question regarding what, if any, do we have services right now during the pandemic for our seniors or people without jobs?
Okay, is that the extent of your input?
Yes. It's just
Okay.
a question, do we have services right now for people in need, like our seniors or people without jobs? Do we have anything that we're offering them with the pandemic?
Yes, there are a vast array of various services available I would ask anybody to visit the township's website under the public notices under the COVID-19, and you should be able to find a huge number of resources available.
Is that from the township or is that from Will County?
Well, I don't believe we have posted anything from Will County. If you're talking about Will County Senior Services, that is a not-for-profit organization that we have a cooperative agreement with. The township themselves, any seniors that have reached out to us, although there have not been, we have done some outreach, and at this point, everybody is, I'm happy to report, everybody seems to be in fairly good condition. There is always general assistance available through the township for those that qualify. There's a lot of programs available through the state, federal, all different levels, and again, as we receive information, we do try to put that on our website. Again, there is a lot. There's even information, I believe we added it today. If not today, it'll be tomorrow morning, about student loan forgiveness. Again, we've tried to put as much information up there as we can. And we have responded to anybody that has called. Does that conclude your input for the public section?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anybody else for public comment? No, there's not. Okay, thank you very much. Let us now go into the balance of our agenda. Again, we are having an essential-only meeting, and therefore the agenda is somewhat abbreviated. We do need to have certain things approved because of deadlines. So our next order of business on the agenda is our accounting. The board has been presented the March 2020 accounts payable and receivables, and I am requesting a motion to approve them.
So moved.
I'll make that motion, Trustee Kalis.
I'll second Trustee Kruzak.
Okay, so we have a motion by Trustee Kalis and a second by Trustee Kruzak to approve the March 2020 accounts payable and receivables. If there is any discussion, I would ask that you ask to be recognized and give me your name. Any discussion? Hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Supervisor Myers,
Yes.
Trustee Fian,
Yes.
Trustee Kalis,
Yes.
Trustee Olford,
Yes.
Trustee Kruzak,
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. The next item, there are no line item transfers. There is no request for funding. We will have
Supervisor Myers, this is Trustee Kalis. I just got an email from, or not an email, but a text message from Andrew from HAC. He's on the call, but I guess he wanted to speak on public hearing, but nobody can hear him, so I don't know how we do about that, because obviously we've passed that already. So, I mean, I just got the text message.
does he have, well, yeah, I
as we have no choice. But real quick, I just wanted to let the board know that I'd like to stress our HAC's continued interest in moving forward with the scoreboards, as I'm sure we're trying to do. It's a little bit difficult, as those of you that know me, I like to stay involved and through the whole process. And it's kind of crazy with the current circumstances. Normally we would sit down and have a meeting and update and go through some issues if there's any, but we don't have that opportunity. So really I just wanted to take the time to let you know that I'm not quite sure what the future holds for our programs. We've lost half of our volleyball season. Our baseball, softball, rec season is in the balance. So if we lose rec, baseball, and softball, that puts a real strain on our earnings. But we are still structured to move forward with our third of the scoreboards. So I just wanted to stress that. And I read the agenda. I understand there's some additional information that maybe Roe wanted as well. And just kind of wanted to follow up on that end too. So that's all I have for now. I'll kind of sit in and listen to the rest of the meeting.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Yes, we are all. This is Pam, my supervisor, by the way. I'm trying to get everybody to identify for the clerk. You're not alone. Soccer club, everybody's struggling and scrambling about, what the future holds. And, we are very sympathetic as well. And we just have to see how we can do this and if we can, salvage anything from it. As you said, you read the agenda. It's my understanding that Robe has been working with, and this will come out in the report, has been working with the village, and there is an item for review of an engineering and a drawing in order to move forward and prepare the proposal. So that's what the board will be asked later on in the agenda. But thank you very much. I agree. You've been so hands-on and so great to work with. We appreciate it very much. All right. I believe that will end, again, our public comments, and we had already gone through part of the agenda. So at this point, I am asking for Highway Commissioner DeVivo's section of the agenda and his report.
Thank you, Supervisor Myers. I know I emailed everybody the tentative budget for the next year for 2021. It's virtually unchanged from last year. We've had it posted on our website for about a week. I'm not sure when we're going to be able to vote on it. This is all new and strange to me, but that's there. Anybody has any questions about it, please ask me. Beyond that, we're doing a lot of projects at work. We're about to test the new generator. If anybody's driven down 151st Street, they can see the new storage building going up. And of course, we're still working very diligently on the in-house locker rooms, bathrooms, and lunchroom area. We're doing in-house work there. We're working on a split crew basis throughout this. We have split it into an A crew and a B crew. We're still doing work. Today we did a culvert, but we're still practicing social distancing. All the crew members who went to the site went in a different separate truck. So we're doing everything we can in an effort to still serve the community and still practice safe practices. I opened bids with Clerk Kruzak last Monday. Those results of those bids have been posted online. I usually bring them to the board meeting and just read them out. But since we're not doing that here, I email them to everybody. That's my report. Does anybody have any questions on any of these things I brought up?
my list, we had called to let them know the exemptions will not be mailed until late May. That's all I have.
Okay, so you're saying that Will County is still following the regular schedule for the property tax bills, Karen?
Yes. Basically, they have not heard anything from the governor, the state, and the otherwise, so they have to send the tax bills out.
Okay, so the first installments would normally be due, what is it, June?
June 1st, yes, and the second will be September.
But the exemptions?
The exemptions, like your senior exemption, your disability exemption, those will not be mailed out until late May.
Again, this is Pam. So the exemption, are the exemptions for, they wouldn't be for these tax bills, would they?
No, this is 2019 tax bills going out.
Okay, so that...
We're in 2020 now, so we're talking about the senior exemptions. Anybody that new that came into our township basically cannot sign up until we get the forms and everything. That's not going to be until late May.
Okay, but that won't affect their 2019 tax bill.
No, it has nothing to do with the 2019 tax bills going out.
Very good. That makes sense to me, then. Thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody be safe. No, just be safe and thank you.
Thank you. Then let's go on to Clerk Kathy Kruzak report.
This is Kathy Kruzak. I have provided your FOIA tracker report for March 2020. I am also looking for approval for the March 9th, 2020 regular board meeting minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee offers second.
Motion.
Was there a second?
Trustee Kalis will second.
I'm sorry, that was Trustee Kalis?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have a motion from Trustee Kruzak, a second from Trustee Kalis. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, will the clerk call the roll, please?
Trustee Kruzak?
Yes.
Trustee Olford?
Yeah.
Trustee Kalis?
Yes.
Trustee Fian?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Motion carries.
Okay, I also have the semi-annual review of executive session minutes to release or withhold for January 14th, 2019 and February 11th, 2019. A motion would be required.
I'll make that motion not to release. Trustee Kalis.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second.
Okay, so I hear a motion from Trustee Kalis and a second from Trustee Fian.
Yes.
Fian? Okay, very good. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, will the clerk call the roll, please?
Trustee Fian?
Yes.
Trustee Kalis?
Yes.
Trustee Olford?
Yeah.
Trustee Kruzak?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Motion carries.
Okay, and early voting has been completed, and we had over 1,000 voters who participated at the Homer Township location. Also, regarding the annual meeting of the electors, the agenda and notice of meeting were published as legally required. However, on April 7th, 2020, Governor Pritzker issued an Executive Order 2020-22 that suspended the holding of the Township annual meeting for the duration of the gubernatorial disaster proclamation due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As we learn more information, we'll look forward to rescheduling that. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Is there any questions for our clerk? Hearing none, we'll go on to the supervisor's report. D. Pam Myers. On the CDBG program, the remaining work requires the contractor to enter residential living quarters and public exposure. Therefore, in light of COVID-19 and in compliance with state and federal executive orders, the balance of the work is suspended until at least April 30th, and the grant deadlines have been extended. We'll wait for the governor's advice after that date. In the interim, the new project funding program for CDBG for the next round, the deadline for applications has not been changed or extended, and it is May 1st of 2020. The Lockport Heights Sanitary District is requesting board approval to submit an application for grant funding to replace sections of 4-inch transite water main on 135th Avenue with new 8-inch PVC C900 water main. The estimated length of water main is 1,600 feet with 5 new fire hydrants and a few new valves. The water main will be replaced up to the residential B-box, and there is a total of 33 to 35 homes that will be impacted on this improvement. The projected construction cost is to be around $300,000. If the grant were approved, the CDBG grant, the same intergovernmental agreements as have been previously drawn and stipulated will also occur and has been agreed to by the district. I would request a motion to approve the sanitary district in applying.
Trustee Alford makes that motion.
Thank you. In applying for the next round of CDBG. So we have a motion from Trustee Alford. Any second?
Tom Feenan, I'll second.
We have a second from Tom Feenan. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, will the clerk call the roll?
Trustee Alford?
Yes.
Trustee Kalis?
Yes.
Trustee Fian?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes.
Trustee Kruzak?
Yes.
Okay, and just as a status report for us with our facilities and with our staff, so in light of the pandemic, all of the Homer Township Park, open space program, senior housing, and administrative properties and facilities are temporarily closed to the public in compliance with the governor's executive order. And this order continues and extends all previous Illinois public stay-at-home, essential-only travel executive orders until April 30th. At this time, nobody is certain whether this will go beyond this date, but that's the date we're working with right now. The township administrative offices are closed to the public, and we can't be reached by telephone or email. We are mirroring, as is the assessor's office, similar policies as the highway department. Our workforce is staggered, and we are doing our best to follow all recommendations of the CDC for social distancing and sanitation requirements. All non-essential public meetings have been temporarily canceled. All scheduled sporting and organizational programs, events, reservations for youth for the month of April were canceled. Public use of all township playgrounds, structures, equipment, sporting facilities, and buildings are suspended until further notice as well. However, just to clarify, use of the trails and properties are permitted to users complying with social distancing and CDC guidelines for non-contact activities such as walking, hiking, running, and biking. So we have received a couple of calls police have been patrolling and doing their best. We just ask that everybody please don't send your children out unsupervised. We have had a couple of circumstances where children are unsupervised and congregating and playing on the playground. I think everybody pretty much knows what we're being instructed to do to try and help to control this pandemic and to eliminate. We don't want one extra person to get this terrible, terrible virus. So your cooperation is appreciated. I will go on to the senior housing facility. I have been in contact personally with all of the residents at the facility. They've been explaining whatever procedures we've put in place for COVID-19 for maintenance. We've offered assistance. We are conducting wellness checks. Our seniors seem to be very well prepared for situations such as this, having survived many other traumas and war and all different things. They seem to be in fair condition for stacking up with supplies, and they have very good family support. So at this time, we have not really had any real issues that we're aware of. All the rental payments are current, and all the available units are occupied with executed lease agreements. The Homer Township Fire Protection District has provided the final inspection report indicating approval of all of the boxes that were installed and are equipped with the appropriate keys. For the Purdy open space, we do have a license that has expired or is close to expire, and so we've received a proposal for its renewal from Leslie Richardson for 2 years at $800 per year, and I am requesting a motion for approval.
I'll make that motion. Trustee Kruzak.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second Trustee Kalis.
All right, we have a motion from Trustee Kruzak and a second from Trustee Kalis. Is there any discussion on the motion?
Yes,
Trustee
Trustee
Kruzak.
Auburn.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Trustee Auburn is curious as to what the previous agreement rate was.
It was the same offer for the same amount.
Thank you. Thank you.
Trustee Kruzak here. Richardson's did hold that last agreement also, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. If there's no further discussion, I will ask the clerk to call the roll, please. Trustee Kalis?
Yes.
Trustee Fian?
Yes.
Trustee Kruzak?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes.
Trustee Olford?
Yeah.
Motion carries. Morris Park, our attorney is working with all of the appropriate parties to develop provisions of an agreement to be presented to the board for their review and future authorization. Jerry, did you have anything to comment on that?
Just that I spoke with the MI's attorney today to talk about the structure of it. He is proposing that the consent with the city of Lockport be included in the annexation agreement, not necessarily a signatory to our agreement. And I indicated to him I would review, and if I felt comfortable with it, we would be okay with it. He expects to have a draft out to me possibly by the end of the week or early next week.
Very good. Thank you. Then let's go on to the Town Center Fortfield properties. Just as you know, we're making progress with the announcer's tower repairs, and at this time the work will be scheduled once the permits are secured from the village. Regarding the baseball field scoreboard replacements, as you know, I had direction from the board at our last meeting, and Rob has been working with the Village of Homer Glen Building Department and also looking to use Dagtronics, which was the organization of the budgetary proposal that you had previously reviewed. And so the requirement is that a design must be certified by a professional engineer licensed in the state of installation, include the scoreboards that Electronics produces can be used for fabrication or erection, and that is also going to be a requirement of the village. So at this time, I have presented you all with an engineering proposal for engineering work and drawing preparation as required, and asking for a motion to move forward.
Trustee Kalis will make that motion.
Second by Alford.
We have a motion by Trustee Kalis, second by Alford. Is there, any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, will the clerk call the roll, please?
Trustee Kruzak,
Yes.
Supervisor Myers,
Yes.
Trustee Fian,
Yes.
Trustee Kalis,
Yes.
Trustee Alford,
Yes.
Motion carries.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes.
Yeah, on the towers, it's been over a month. Is there any problem with the approval for the permits?
Not to my knowledge, no. As far as I know, once the permits are issued, I don't know how long that'll take, but we're hoping that it should be expedited a little bit, considering we already had the structural engineering report, and the village had previously, the village building department chief official had previously indicated that they felt that was sufficient to move forward. So
Exactly. That's
yeah.
my point. You know, it's been over a month, and they still haven't given the approval.
no,
Not that you can do anything about that, but
right. Well, in all fairness, I think part of it is that we did ask the contractor to try and split the project into phases, so I know they were
Right.
working on that. But I do know that they also, I believe last week, they had been in contact, as I had as well, been in contact with the village, and I'm not aware of any problem. But I will say everything has moved to a snail's pace, and I'm sure,
right.
unfortunately, we're going to hear this more than we care to about, C-19 and the pandemic, but I do know that the village is working, split shifts remotely. When I did speak with Mr. Baber, he indicated that they actually have a lot of work that they've been doing through the building department. So, but they are aware.
Duly noted, and thank you for your input.
Thank you. All right. The mechanical shed, we are still continuing to, staff is working, we're working together to try and obtain a more reasonably priced proposal from the last two that we all seem to think were quite large, quite high for a building of this sort. We did have another contractor come out to the site last week, and we are hoping to get a much smaller cost proposal for that, but it is still something we are able to and still working on. Regarding the maintenance departments, regardless of everything that we're dealing with, we still have to cut the grass. And our lawnmowers are kind of aged. You may note that the two main mowers that we have were purchased back in 2009, and we did move from the two John Deere. At that time, we did do a purchase in 2014. We tried to go to a Toro mower, which seems to be holding up very well, and staff seems to feel is a much better mower. So we went out and got proposals for another Toro, and we would like to start working on alternating and replenishing our equipment.
Trustee Offer would like to make a motion to do that at not to exceed $12,200.
Trustee Kruzak will second.
have a motion from trustees Alford and a second from trustee Kruzak. Is there any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Kalis,
Yes.
trustee Fian,
Yes.
trustee Kruzak,
Yes.
supervisor Myers,
Yes.
trustee Alford.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. And as you know, we are still trying to get proposals so that we can complete our tentative budget. We will get that out as soon as we get all the final figures in for everything. We have it pretty much ready, but we're just waiting for the last minute stuff now. We will most likely schedule our, once the tentatives are presented, we need to post them for 30 days, so we will most likely schedule the public hearing for our June 15th meeting. And hopefully we will be through a lot of this pandemic by then. And I just want to thank everybody. There's just been a lot of support for doing good and trying to keep everybody healthy and well, keep everybody in our prayers. And I'd like to go on to our township committee reports, and please note that all of the meetings were canceled, so I don't anticipate a lot, but are there anything from our events chairman, John Kruzak?
Hold on to your hats because of all these events that we can have. Sorry, we can't have any. I have no report. Thank you.
Thank you, John. The only thing that has come up, we've had a couple of, I believe the village is trying to figure out what to do about the fest. I've had a couple of people ask us about the parade, and I know no decisions have been made at this time. But I'm assuming that when you do meet, that will be something that you need to discuss before we start entering into any contract.
Supervisor, this is Mike.
Yeah.
I was at the last fest meeting, and they voted to cancel the fest. The fest has been voted on by the fest committee to cancel. Now it's in front of the board.
Thank you for that update, Mike.
Okay, you're welcome.
Just so you know, I have asked staff to delay moving forward with any non-refundable contracts if they were presented to us for the parade until we can get some further direction. And I just want to lay that out there for you guys. Do we have anything from the open space committee?
Not really. We canceled our meeting, obviously, like everybody else. The only other thing is I noticed we have had our controlled burn out of Trentina.
Yep, it was completed. Yep, very good. Parks
That's
and Rec.
all I got.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Parks and Rec, Chairman Kalis.
No, we have no report due to not having any meeting, but I also concur with Commissioner DeVivo that yes, we did vote to not have the fest, and again, like Commissioner DeVivo said, it will go before the village board, and hopefully this lift comes so we can start moving forward with planning for our Parks and Rec. Otherwise, that's my report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Trustee Alford, Senior Citizens and Special Needs Advocacy.
Yeah, we did cancel our meeting as well, and as most of my committee members and or their family are at risk until the state says we can have meetings, we're not going to. I wanted to put that on the record.
Very good. Thank you. I know you and staff have still continued trying to work on our PACE agreements and getting cancel any events or any social gatherings. They really don't want to take any risks. So you're very wise, George. On the liaison report, Karen, do you have anything under the military and veterans?
Not at this time, Supervisor Myers.
Thank you. Is there any new business? I had none. Any old business? I don't believe there's a need for an executive session. Does anybody have a need? Hearing none.
I'll make a motion to adjourn. Trustee Cruz.
I'll second that motion.
A motion from Trustee Kruzak, a second from, is it Trustee Alford?
It is, in fact.
Thank you. All those in favor of adjourning, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So we had Kruzak, Cian, Alford, Kalis, and Supervisor Myers all voted affirmatively to adjourn at 7:40 p.m. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you.